Jesus just finished telling everyone, I don't judge anybody according to the flesh.
Right.
So he's not now going to give her a commandment that's according to her flesh. So when he says go and sin no more, what he's talking about is go and no longer judge yourself according to the flesh, because neither am I judging you according to the flesh. Go and no longer define yourself by the fruit you see manifesting in your life, because I've never defined you by the fruit that's manifesting in your life. He was talking to her heart. Right? He came and declared her innocent from sin.
Right.
So what is sin? Sin is I must live by the works of my own hands to have life. So she'd been busy living by the works of her own hands to have life. That persuasion she was living by was causing death to reign over her. Now Jesus comes, he sets her free. He sets her free from her indebtedness to sin. He declares her innocent of her sin. And then he tells her to go and no longer try to find life through the works of her own hands.
That's it.
That's what he's telling her to go and do.
That's it.
Go and no longer define yourself by the flesh. You see, because it wasn't what's causing her to commit adultery is something dwelling in her heart.
Right.
And it isn't that I want to commit adultery. 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 That's not what it looks like. There's some persuasion in her heart that is crooked. It could be lack. It could be anything. It's some kind of lack that could stem out any kind of way. And that lack in her heart is producing a certain kind of fruit. It's like what I said in the message. The sting of death is sin.
Right.
So what that means is death was reigning in her heart in some area, and it was producing the fruit of adultery. And so how would Jesus deal with the fruit? He wouldn't now come and pick the fruit off the tree. He'd come and take the axe to the root. And so he would come and speak a word to the heart that could persuade the heart that it doesn't lack anything that it needs for life and godliness. Therefore, it doesn't have to provide life for itself. Right? And then in that moment, you could be free. That's the key to being set free from sin, is to no longer judge yourself according to the flesh.
Yeah, that woman didn't go off and say, now I don't have to sin. I don't have to sin anymore.
Right.
She was going off saying, I'm forgiven.
That's right.
And listen, in that forgiveness, there's freedom from every bondage. You know, you're walking in liberty and truth.
That's right. Right.